Hey there, welcome back. Can we talk about how somehow my scissors are never where they're supposed to be? They have one job, one drawer. And yet, every time I need to open a bag of frozen peas, it turns into a full kitchen scavenger hunt. Honestly, I've started using butter knives out of sheer spite. But here's the thing, it's not just about the scissors, is it? It's the fact that the kitchen, the place we're in all day, every day, keeps making us work harder than we should. We open a drawer, and instead of getting what we need, we get a wave of, I really need to fix this. And that's what we're going to do today. Not a full makeover, not a cleaning marathon, just one shift in how you set up your kitchen so things feel easier, make more sense, and stop stealing your time. Hi friends, let's start with the very first thing that can instantly make your kitchen easier to live in. It sounds simple, but it's something most of us overlook. The things you use most often should be the easiest to reach. And yet, how many of us are still grabbing mugs from the highest shelf or bending down every morning to get a cereal bowl? If you're always reaching, crouching, or digging just to make a cup of tea, it's not you, it's the setup. Here's the fix. Anything you use daily, plates, glasses, utensils, coffee mugs, should live in your kitchen's prime real estate. That's the space between your waist and your eyes. Easy to see, easy to grab, no extra effort. In my home, I moved our everyday dishes to the cabinet right above the dishwasher. The mug's lower shelf next to the kettle. No more stretching. No more juggling heavy plates with one hand while closing a cabinet with the other. It seems like a tiny shift. But when your space works with your habits, not against them, everything feels lighter. And once your kitchen is set up this way, it actually becomes easier to clean too, not just organize. Tomorrow I'll be sharing a few deep cleaning tricks that make your space feel truly spotless, without needing a whole weekend or a cleaning caddy the size of a suitcase. Now let's move to the one drawer that somehow became the Bermuda Triangle of the kitchen, the utensil drawer. Okay, let's get into the second method, and I promise this one makes mornings feel way less chaotic. You know that one drawer, the one you open to grab a spatula and end up digging past 5 can openers, a broken whisk, and a pile of maybe useful someday tools? Yeah, that drawer isn't helping you, it's slowing you down. Here's what to do. Only put back what you actually use, not what you think you might need if you suddenly become someone who bakes every weekend. And let the drawer itself set the limit. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't stay. The space decides, not the guilt. Last month I emptied our utensil drawer onto the counter and was kind of horrified. I found 3 garlic presses, 2 ice cream scoops, and a turkey baster I haven't used in 6 years. I kept the ones we use weekly, moved the once-a-year tools to a bin in the pantry, and let the rest go. Now I open that drawer, grab what I need, and move on. No sorting, no rummaging, no eye rolls. Now let's look at the next zone, the one where mismatched lids and food containers go to die. Let's talk about the third method, and this one has probably driven you crazy more times than you can count. You know that moment when you open the food container cabinet and a random lid slides out, or 5 bottoms fall over like dominoes. Yep, that. The real problem here isn't just mess, it's delay. We avoid it. We shove things back in. We tell ourselves we'll match the lids later. And meanwhile, we waste time every single day trying to find the right container for leftovers. Here's the fix. Match every container with a lid. 1 to 1. No orphans. No, this might fit. If a bottom has no top, it goes. If a lid doesn't match anything, same deal. And this part matters. Don't keep more than what you actually use in a normal week. I did this during a fridge cleanout and found 6 stained containers I hadn't touched in months, plus a pile of lids that didn't fit anything. I kept the 5 best sets, stacked them by size, and donated or recycled the rest. Now I can grab a container in 3 seconds. No digging, no swearing, no shifting 15 mismatched lids just to pack lunch. let's move on to something even more foundational: how your kitchen is actually zoned and how fixing that makes everything easier. This is the fourth method, and it fixes one of the sneakiest ways your kitchen wastes your time. Have you ever needed one simple thing like an oven mitt and had to cross the entire kitchen to get it? Then you turn around, realize the spices are nowhere near the stove. The knives are across the room from the cutting board, and the plates are miles from the dishwasher. That's not just inconvenience, it's bad zoning. Here's the shift: group things by how and where you use them. Cooking tools live near the stove. Plates and cups live near the dishwasher. Tea goes near the kettle. No more zigzags. No more, where did I put that again? In my kitchen, I used to keep our spices above the sink. It looked fine, but every time I cooked, I had to stop, turn around, and reach across the counter just to find oregano. Now they're in a cabinet right next to the stove, and cooking feels way less chaotic. Zoning isn't about perfection. It's about removing friction, those tiny things that add up to daily stress. Next, we'll wrap up with something that makes your kitchen feel less like a storage space and more like a space that supports how you live. This is the fifth method, and it's the one that quietly keeps your kitchen from slipping back into chaos again. We all have that instinct to keep just one more spatula, one more container, one more roll of foil. But here's the truth: your kitchen doesn't grow, the drawer isn't going to get bigger, and the cabinets won't magically expand. So instead of asking, should I keep this, ask, does it fit? Let the space be the limit. If the drawer is full, that's the drawer saying enough, not you being harsh, not you being wasteful. I used to cram things into every corner, then feel frustrated every time I had to dig to find what I needed. But once I let the container, the shelf, the drawer set the boundary, everything got easier. No more overflow, no more silent guilt every time I opened a cabinet. Your home should support you, not silently nag you. And this way, it stays clear not just for a day, but long after the energy and motivation fade. This is the sixth and final method, and it's less about organizing your kitchen and more about organizing your day. If your mornings feel hectic, part of the problem might be that everything you need is scattered. The bread's in one cabinet, the toaster is across the room, and the spreads are wherever they happened to land last week. So here's the shift. Instead of organizing by category, try organizing by activity. Group the things you use together. Make a breakfast station with toast, spread cereal, and bowls all in one zone. Put your coffee mugs, filters, and spoons near the machine, not across the room. If you bake, keep flour, sugar, and mixing bowls within arm's reach of each other. One client of mine had tea bags in 3 different places. We cleared one drawer, added some small bins, and made a little tea and coffee station right by the kettle. She told me the next morning felt completely different, quieter, less scrambled. That's the power of organizing for real life, not for appearances, not for Pinterest, just for you as you are right now. You don't need to overhaul your whole kitchen. You don't need a perfect plan, color-coded labels, or 3 hours of uninterrupted time. What you might need is to stop bumping into the same drawer every morning, to stop opening a cabinet and instantly feeling behind, to stop wondering why something so small like finding a clean container can feel so heavy some days. That's what these shifts are for, not for appearances, not for perfection, just for relief, the kind you feel when your kitchen finally works with you, not against you. If even one thing in this video gave you back a few minutes, a bit of clarity, or helped you breathe easier in your own space, then that's enough. And if it felt helpful, you can tap, like it quietly lets me know what's truly making a difference for you.